Well, g'day there, mates. This is Admiral Revan speaking, and today we'll be talking about the Christmas update for 10.11 that's coming up very soon. It's actually starting, I think, next week at this stage. I believe so. It's actually pretty soon. I mean, like, we're actually getting close to Christmas. I can't believe it. We're less than, about 3 weeks away from Christmas now, which is unexpected. But, a bit of a short pause a moment for the events that happened on December 7, 1941, lest we forget for what happened on Pearl Harbor. We would like to say a big thank you to all the veterans who have served in the Second World War and those who continue to serve in our defense forces. Alright, so, okay. This was not uh, something that I was expecting pretty much. What I'm about to show you right now. So, as you know, that I had been applying for the CC program for a while now, and pretty much I actually had a pretty much a good vocal rant about it at one point, and now this happened. So, most recently, I was not expecting this at all. So when I was talking to my friend Bogsy, who's the NA community manager, and a big thanks to him, by the way. And I just said to him, it's like, look, I'm working on my community, my channel growth and everything, and I was wondering that, you know, all things considered, like I can't focus on the North American community anymore because of my work, and I got a new job and everything, and then I realized that I'm more focused on the Asian community. I was wondering if you could help me out in this matter. And then he turned around and said, like, yeah, sure, I'll get back to you and see what I can do. So this came across to me as a shock because I knew that I left my CC application, the most recent updated one, on the Asia server, and there was no response, no update, nothing. And honestly, this came across and I was pretty much blown away. So now, as I'm reading this, basically, the wording they use, positively considering for you to join our program. If you're wondering what that means, folks, is that positively considering means that it's a different English wording, meaning like if you're positive about things, you're hopeful and confident, and think of good aspects of a situation rather than the bad ones. So basically, even as you watch me on my stream, there are people out there that don't really like what Wargaming's been doing. And honestly, I just turn around and say, yeah, but look, let's look at the positive side of things here. And that the game, is still good. Like there's still a lot of good things. I'm hoping that wargaming will improve in the near future. And that's what I'm all about. I'm hoping that things do get better. And that's the main thing. And honestly, I understand that there has been some bad, impacts on people's minds and mindset and everything and their beliefs and everything like that. And I respect everyone as an individual to play the game whatever they however they feel like. At the end of the day, this is a good sign. When I saw this, and I was sharing it across to a couple of friends of mine, and they were very, very impressed. And pretty much, the first thing they said to me was like, "Wow, that's great news. Like this is a good sign." So I couldn't believe I was talking to the regional community manager at the time, and so the community manager, there is a community manager actually, named John. So John or whatever it's pronounced, and he is actually a very good person to talk to. And I'm actually very impressed with what I have had, the conversations with that person already. And I'm looking forward to it. So it's, very interesting experience now because like I don't know what we're gonna do. So in that retrospect with everything going on, they're very impressed with my application, and big thanks to Killer Kato and my mod team for helping me out with this, and also my friends who helped me out as well too. So it's a matter of when and if I'm going to be told about it. So, okay, so today is the 7th of December. So the news I got it was on the 6th, was yesterday. So just by looking at it from all retrospects here, they hope to review all the applications this week, and we should hear an update just before Christmas. And some people were saying to me, it's like, it'll be a best Christmas gift ever. And honestly, I think they're right. So a big thanks to Bogsy and also the Wargaming team for finally reaching out to me with the right resources and that. So hopefully I'll have some more news about that frontier in the near future. But hey, this is not all about, the CC application thing. So let's go ahead and talk about in regarding to 10.11. So 10.11 and version 11 is coming out soon. I cannot believe it, everything is, coming up so quickly. And yeah, I think this is going to be a very, very interesting experience for us right now. So I'm about to find out on what is about to happen next. So, okay, there's some new ships coming out and version 11. So this is all focused on Italian destroyers. Now, I know they have been in the work for a while, okay, and I have to admit, I was actually pretty stoked when I saw this news. So this is pretty interesting. So we got new destroyers coming out from the Italian line, and that's actually pretty cool. I mean, like, they look pretty neat, and it's due to be coming out sometime in the new year, so that's actually pretty nice. Just keep in mind though, back in the previous announcements, that the Russian destroyer Karbros is getting removed from the tech tree line and will become a standalone premium ship as a Cold Warship. Same with the Kurfürst, and basically both the German and Russian tech tree lines will be updated with a new ship to research. Now the Russians will have the Delny, which is a better Kobrosk, so to speak, as we've been told. And the other ship is the German Perusian, which is better guns and firepower all round. But hey, it's interesting. So it's going to be interesting with the next year with everything going on. A bit of a tip about that one though, for the Perusian and Delny. As long as you have those ships researched in terms of the Kurfürst and the Karbrosk, you don't need to buy the ship again, right? I mean, like, so what you need to do is that I've been told from a couple people about this, saying that if you have the Kurfürst already in port, that's fine, and same with the Karbros. But if you want to sell the ship just a day before the actual, release of the next patch, at least you have the, whatever in-game credits, modules and stuff like that already. And then basically when it comes to the official release, you will have that ship being given to you for free. That's what I was led to believe from Wargaming. Whether it's true or not, I mean, like, it's already been said on the stream, so we can just turn around and raise a, good old customer support ticket, just let them know. Say, hey, look, this was sad, and where's my ship? So basically, you can tell them, tell them as it is, and that's fine. But this looks pretty cool. I mean, for the Italian destroyers here, and Reggio Marina. I never had this experience before of this history on that, so I'm gonna check that out because it's actually pretty cool. Just by seeing that. But yeah, that's actually some good destroyers that you can read and definitely look at it closely. But look out, there's a Pan American Atlantico? Okay, tier 8. That's interesting. A project battleship with British main caliber guns and secondary armor. Okay. As well as American dual purpose and AA artillery. Huh. That's interesting. But, yeah. And also, here's the characteristics and the schematics of the ship, if you want to read more, for the Italian warships. But that's actually neat. Tier 7 Italian destroyer, FR-25 it's called. It's a Quipard class destroyer originally built for the French Navy, with its anti-aircraft guns replaced by Italian ones. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. I like the look of it, actually. I really do. That's actually pretty nice. So, we'll see. I'll give a link on this and for you to check out at your own time and pace, folks. Now, this is something that I would like to show you. So basically, there's going to be some balance changes happening again for 10.11 for the Zhao, Talon, Fubuki, Yuang, and also the new premium warships as well in the Pan-Asian line. Definitely go check them out. All of them have different benefits and negative impacts, but hopefully this will be a positive change. So we'll just have to wait and see how this pans out. And this will be given a link for you to read a little bit further for your own, perusal. But look at this. This is the closed test of the mechanics detection of planes. So they're actually working that out. And honestly, the radio side of things for planes is actually not bad at all. It's more focused about the distance between aircraft and their ships. So it's actually pretty interesting though. And I will be very curious. I'll be closely monitoring this in the future because I'm hoping that the planes are a bit more fun and enjoyable for aircraft players, but also those who are in the battlefield who are not playing aircraft carriers will be able to detect these ships as aircraft as well too. So it's interesting how this is panning out. So I think it's going to be a new concept with radio technology going to be used in this concept in the game. So it'll be interesting. It's interesting to see this feedback because people would complain that where the hell this aircraft came from. It's like he's from a carrier. Yeah, but where from? It's like, where was it launched? There's only a certain range you can detect them. And that's fine. So, that's not the issue. I think the issue is that the enemy detected by planes will be displayed for the whole team on the mini-map. And it's actually interesting how it's going to be utilized in the future. Alright. Ooh, this is a big one. Now, this announcement about the Santa containers and the gift containers for World of Warships. Honestly, it's good to see that the percentages are being put down in there. However, with that being said, I mean, like, this is not the be all end all kind of thing. Basically, when you're seeing this and reading this, this means that there's a lot of stuff involved here. And yeah, I think, from what I've been reading, I think this is a good, point of view. Just by looking at what is going to be coming on these containers, and honestly, if it's worth it or not. The answer is yes, it is worth it, and the question is how it's worth it is really come into play. So we'll just see how this pans out, because a lot of people want to get their premium warships, myself included. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I love the idea of owning new warships and getting in my port and having fun. But, at the end of the day, it's all about enjoying yourself, right? So that is very, very important to understand how this pans out. But definitely, it is very, very good to see that this is, coming together very nicely. And honestly, it's a long time overdue, because World of Warships needs to do this sort of thing for transparency's sake, for the loot boxes especially, because in Australia, for example, gambling is legalized at the age of 18. Now, not everyone is at the age of 18 playing World of Warships. So it needs to be, closely monitored by parental guidance in this case. And there are people out there need to be very careful and be mindful about the gambling behind this, because it is something that you can't just, go willy-nilly about it. And honestly, this is something that we're very, very, very careful about, in the near future. That's the main thing. But just by looking at it and reading it carefully, there's a lot of opportunities here of getting anything of this. Look at this. You might end up getting rare warships like the Max Element, which you still can obtain. Let's just go through this list. You can still get the Marso. That's a tier 10. Hayata, I believe you still can get it. Smaland, I know you can't, because that is been removed since when the Thunderer, the Smaland, Georgia, Alaska, and Massachusetts were removed at the same time. And that's a big patch update when they did that. And then a little bit later on, not too far from it, was the Summers. And that was a big update shocker for a lot of people. And a lot of people spent a lot of money on that. And I know the feeling, don't worry. But the Sailor and the Napoli you can both acquire. The Yoshino you still can get the original. Moskva originally you still can get. Smolensk is definitely a rare that you can't get. Because it was removed for different reasons. I think it's because a lot of people had it and kind of like abused it with a rapid Atlanta firing at will. But hey, it's a fire starting warship. It's very good at tier 10, by the way. It's a glass cannon. Missouri is very nice. American tier 9 battleship. And I still love it. I still have it, the original, and the Asia server. And now I have it on EU and NA, thanks to the previous Pacific War event. Now, Georgia, and you can't get that anymore. But you can get through these crates. As I mentioned earlier, John Bart, the original, same situation. The John Bart, when it was removed, the original, I was so annoyed that I missed out on it by 50 coal, man. It was 50 coal. and that was just like, I was spewing about that. But if you have the John Vart V, the Black Edition ship of that, it's good. The original is nice. So, each to its own. Musashi, Tier 9 Japanese battleship. Very good warship. Very good to play with. It's fun. The Benham. Okay. Seriously, that is the one ship I really, really want to get for Christmas this year, is the Benham. And I'm hoping to, because the Benham is the best American destroyer I had ever seen in action. For what it's worth, it's fantastic. It's great to play with. Nutrasumi is actually a very interesting Russian destroyer at Tier 9. Friesland is like the equivalent of the Groningen. So if you got the Groningen on the European Dutch cruiser line, don't worry about it, because it's the same as the Friesland. Alaska, great American cruiser all round. Russian cruiser Kronstadt, very nice, enjoyable, and it's worthwhile having. Enterprise, I got that American aircraft carrier and still am proud of it to this day. Still love it. Massachusetts, fantastic warship all around, great for brawling and everything. Lenin, not a nice Russian battleship. That was pretty good, and that was being removed from this premium shop in that most recently. Asashio, same boat, and if you have the Asashio B, the Black Edition, it's still great as well. The Kutsov is something that I love. It's a mini Smolensk version at Tier 8, and it's actually pretty nice. It's pretty fun. The Z39 and the Haida and the Nelson, the Flint. The Z39, Haida, and Nelson. They were all most recently removed this year, and that was actually good ships to acquire at the time. Belfast, great warship all around. Flint, very nice and versatile, just like the Atlanta, but it has smoke. The Ulrich Leonhardt, great German aircraft carrier. If you're into Stukas, this is a ship you should get. And the Graspe and also the T-61 German warships, both of them very good for operations and also ranked at lower tier 6. Now, the Palmarin Marco Polo Aguirre, Azuma, Z44, and Groningen are the ones you can get, no worries, at the premium shop. Or doing it by 3XP and coal as well. Very obtainable, so it's doable either way. Saipan, very nice aircraft carrier. It's different, but I prefer the Enterprise in my opinion. Indomitable is very nice. British aircraft carrier. Graf Zeppelin, great aircraft carrier for the Germans, and good for secondary brawling, by the way. Kaga, very nice Japanese aircraft carrier. Alabama, sweet home Alabama. You gotta love that battleship right there. Constellation, not so much of a fan of it, but it is something you get to learn. Vanguard is pretty cool for the British. Gascogne, Champagne, and Flandre, very nice French battleships all round. Tirpitz, can't go wrong with that thing, and it's still very popular in the premium shop. Roma, I haven't really played it, but I have heard some good things about it. And the Japanese Key is very nice. The Borodino, the Russians, it's a very nice warship all around. Tier 8, Congress and Wichita is very nice warships. Cheshire, Tiger 59, Belfast 43, all good British cruisers all around. Wichita is a cruiser, I believe. Same with the Congress. But all these cruisers I'm listing here, just by looking at the list, they look very, very nice. Just by looking at it all, they're all decent warships, especially these tier 5s and that. So you see, like, the list is pretty long, and it is actually pretty decent. Just by looking at it all, I mean, it's a pretty decent gift opportunity. But yeah, I mean, like, good luck everybody for their Christmas this year, for sure. This one here, the Grace Verde, I haven't heard much of it, eh? But it seems like to be a good, nice warship at a tier 9 battleship for Italy. I mean, like, it's I've been told it's pretty good in action, so I'm gonna check that out in the near future, which is pretty nice. And also the Pan-Asian Cruisers and their Symmetrical Battles Part 1 event that's happening at the moment right now. Now, honestly, as I look through this, it's actually pretty cool. And they got good layouts, good maps, everything they got there is actually pretty decent. Good camouflages and everything. It's actually pretty nice. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's different. And yeah, there's ways to obtain it. These avalons and rewards will be announced soon, so definitely go check it out. Wow, okay. Changwoo, very different. Yukon, it's got its own camo there. Plymouth, wow, okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. That's great. I like it. The halving, it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, like, it looks actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's full on. But I don't know about you folks. I mean, like, that is actually pretty decent, you know, just from what I read there. Definitely, it is a good eye changer for all of us here. And, you know, like, honestly, for those who were just missing out a little bit on this video, this could be a possibility in the near future, friends, about me becoming a CC for World of Warships. If that happens, that'll be great. I don't know if I will be, but I will say this much. It's going well so far for where we are today. And to get so far and get to where we are right now, it's nice. At least we have heard something. And honestly, just by looking at that, some people said it's a possibility. And some people said, wait and see. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait and see. And that is the main thing. Good moments like these, I mean, like in the games and playing, we're doing and having fun is the most important thing we do in life. But hey, it is possible that we will hear more about that in the near future and soon. But yeah, folks, if you need to double check about the updates and the blogs, I mean, I will definitely, you know, post all these links of the things that I've shown you today, and definitely get you to check it out and comment in your own way. And honestly, we'll just wait and see how things pan out. But yeah, folks, definitely thanks again for your support and everything. It's been greatly appreciated, and honestly, we will just have to wait and see what 2022 is going to be like for all of us. But hey, if I don't hear from you, have a safe Christmas and New Year. Until then, good winds and fair seas, captains.